tell you a tale. A tale of Parmesan mashed potatoes. According to my brother-in-law, the Diz Jabber, Chef Mickey's at the Contemporary Resort used to have the most fantastic Parmesan mashed potatoes ever made. They got rid of them. I was like, it couldn't have been that good. So Dad jumped on the old interwebs, and I took a little search. Apparently, they were pretty special. People love these things. There were all kinds of posts on different forums and blogs and Reddit, all about these Parmesan mashed potatoes at Chef Mickey's and why did they go away. I found a couple recipes that say they can recreate them. So, Dad's going to give it a try. Put a little spin on it myself to kind of make sure you get the best version of mashed potatoes possible. There's a little trick to that. So we're going to give Chef Mickey's Parmesan mashed potatoes a try. This one's for you, Diz Jabber. I want you to come over and try these. What you got here? 3 pounds russet potatoes. Already rinsed. I'm going to peel them, cut them into even chunks. You want even chunks so that way they'll cook evenly. So as I'm peeling these potatoes, it reminds me of all those movies where they would always make the servicemen peel potatoes as a punishment. Did that ever happen? Does anyone know the answer to that? Anybody I know is a serviceman or was a serviceman. Has to be, I guess, a long time ago because it was in the movies I watched as a kid. So that would have to have been a while. I don't know if they would either still do it or did they ever do it? Was peeling potatoes a punishment in the military? I don't know. If you know, let me know in the comments. Almost done here. It's probably the most labor-intensive part of the entire dish. Just peeling the damn potatoes. I do have to grate the Parmesan cheese because you got to use the good stuff. You can't use the Kraft in the green bottle Parmesan. It's just not gonna work. That's not even real cheese. I love it. I use it on everything, but it's not real Parmesan cheese. So it's definitely not gonna work in these because it won't even melt, I don't think. Potatoes are done, son. Time to cut up the potatoes. I'm using my knife. I've got a couple comments in the videos about this knife. This thing is my favorite knife in the world. It is a Shun Ken Onion. It has the Damascus steel style, which is the pounded Japanese steel, which gives you these bands across it. It's a really cool knife. It's awesome. It's my favorite knife in the world. I keep it really sharp, but if you got a chance to get yourself one of these knives, I suggest you do. We got to take the potatoes and we got to cut them up into quarters. If we have some longer potatoes, we'll cut them into sixths. Sixths? You're just trying to make your chunks relatively the same size. That's going to help you get a more even cooked potato as they boil. I was thinking about doing these sous vide or even in the Instant Pot, but I thought about it and I figured, you know what, this is for Diz Jabber. He needs to be able to make this at home. I don't think he can make it. But maybe my cousin Sam can make it for him. Somebody in the house might be able to make this. This is such an easy dish that somebody should be able to pull this off. I didn't want to do it using any of my gadgets. I wanted to do it in a way that they would be able to pull it off if they chose to until they can get down here in the summer and I can cook it for them. Got our potatoes all chunked up. They're ready to go. They're going to go in a pot with some cold water. That's the trick. Cold water. Let me get the induction cooktop. This is my new induction cooktop. I just did a review of it. So far, I'm pretty happy with it. It helps me be able to cook wherever I want. I'm not anchored to the stove. And it heats up water super fast. We're going to take our pot, potatoes, cold water. We're going to go ahead and cover it right over the potatoes. We're just pouring this to cover the potatoes by about 1 inch of water. That's it. We're going to salt the water, about a tablespoon of salt. That's it. So you're going to bring this to a boil, and then you're going to reduce the heat and let it simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes or until the potatoes are fork tender. By doing it this way, instead of putting the potatoes directly into boiling water, it's less of a shock to the potato and you get a better texture to your potato. That's the number one trick of doing mashed potatoes this way, is to bring them up to heat in cold water. They just come out better. The next step, real Parmesan cheese. Don't buy the fake stuff. Don't buy the grated stuff. It's not cheap, but get yourself a block of real Italian Parmigiano-Reggiano cheese. The only way this is allowed to be called Parmigiano-Reggiano is if it was made in a specific spot in Italy. This is the real deal cheese. This is what's going to make them fantastic. This is what you need to buy to make these the correct way. Don't skip out on it. We're going to go ahead and want to grate this to like a medium grate, which would probably be this one on my grater. And you want about 1/2 to 3/4 of a cup for what we have here. It's probably closer to a cup, but that's fine. Let's see here. So good. These have come to a boil, so we're going to head and lower our temperature down to 380 on this one, which is just enough to lower it so that it just simmers, not boiling rapidly. And we're going to give them a quick stir, not too rough, just a little bit. Let them go for about 10 or 15 minutes. As you can see, boom. Nice and tender, flakes right apart. That's what we want. Now we're going to take these and drain them. While those are nicely draining in the sink, we're going to go ahead and heat up a cup of heavy cream. 4 tablespoons of butter. We're doing this all in one pot. Make it simple for yourself. And we're not heating this up real high, kind of on a medium to low heat. And by warming this up, it's going to make it incorporate into the potatoes much easier. And then these, we're just making sure that they are nice and drained. You don't want overly wet potatoes. That's going to give you the wrong consistency to your potatoes. Speaking of potatoes, we're going to need a hand mixer. We're going to grab it. From all the research I was able to do on Chef Mickey's mashed potatoes, they seem to be more of right in between a puree and a mash. They're definitely on the creamier side, so that's why we're going to go ahead and not just mash them, we're going to whip them. They're like a whipped potato. Everything's nice and melted. We're going to go ahead and add back our potatoes. Take our potato masher and give them a first good initial mashing. And at this point, we can actually turn off the heat. So once you mash them up, they're pretty close to the consistency we want. We want to whip them a little, I think, to get them right where we want them. But can't forget the star of the show. This is what makes them Parmesan mashed potatoes. Grated Italian Parmigiano-Reggiano. So good. Smells like feet, but good feet, if that makes sense. So you're going to go ahead and start sprinkling this in here and mash. Next thing to do, we got to whip them up a little bit. Medium speed. That's it. You do not want to do it too much. You don't want to overwork them because then they turn to glue. They turn into gluey potatoes. Not what you want. We want creamy potatoes. If you noticed, I also haven't put any salt, pepper, seasoning other than the salted water. Use salt and pepper to taste on this. This is what you enjoy. My family's not huge on pepper, so I'm only going to do a little bit of the pepper. I like to use the fresh grated stuff if I can. And then always taste. Excuse me. I'm going to sneeze a second ago to taste these, and it's going to shoot potatoes all over the place. Make for a good vlog. Honestly, I'm getting more Parmesan, and it needs salt. I'm going to go a tablespoon of salt. And then I'm going to save a little bit of this because when I serve them tomorrow, I'm making these a day ahead. You can totally make your mashed potatoes a day ahead. I'll make them a day ahead, and I'll reheat them via sous vide. You can reheat them on the pot, in the pan, on the stovetop, however you like, in a casserole dish in the oven. But mashed potatoes totally can be made a day ahead. I'm going to save this for tomorrow. Do a top when I serve them. Always taste with a fresh spoon so people aren't getting my double dipping. That's a good mashed potato. Maybe a little bit more salt and pepper for my liking, but I'll let people salt them and pepper them on their own day of. These are fantastic. Let me plate them up so I'll give you a look. Dad got this, made Diz Jabber's favorite dish from Chef Mickey's. Chef Mickey's Parmesan mashed potatoes. They're gone. They don't make them anymore.
Oh, wait, hold on. It's got the smell.
And it's all about presentation.
It is all about presentation.
The princess thermos. Oh, I got steam coming.
Yeah,
you can
they need to be hot.
You can see the steam coming out of there. We got
Need to be hot.
steam coming.
Okay, so it looks, the consistency is nice. Not real chunky at all or anything. Here we go. And you use real Parmesan cheese in here?
Real Parmigiano-reggiano, man. The good stuff.
Is there like a Disney happy dance I can do?
I don't know. And Dad got this is ready in case it wasn't salted or peppered to your liking.
Oh, it's absolutely perfect.
Dad brought
Absolutely
spices.
perfect. Dad got this. Got this. He got this perfect. Oh my God. It would be, what would really make it perfect though, is if I was sitting here with the characters coming around as Chef Mickey's.
Oh
but,
boy.
Hey, Mickey's here, kind of. Oh my God, these are so good.
Little energy to start the challenge, my friend.
Some carb loading. Dad got this. Nailed these. I'm telling you right now, he could probably make a mint just selling these.
I've never had them, so it was a little degree of difficulty to recreate a dish I hadn't had.
The only thing I would do different, if anything,
Yes, let me know.
Whip them a little bit more.
Okay. I didn't know how whippy they were.
Yeah, they were a little smoother than this, but not much.
Okay.
But no, these, honestly, and it's, forgive me, Walt, for saying this, but I might like these a little bit better.
Oh, yeah.
Because I like chewing my food. Because I chew my drinks. So, oh man. I as you can see, I haven't stopped shoveling it into my mouth.
Who doesn't want mashed potatoes for breakfast?
I don't know many people that wouldn't want mashed potatoes, especially these mashed potatoes. Everyone, Dad got this. Got this. He nailed it. Just smooth enough. If it was a little bit more whipped, it would have been like identical. But I'll be honest with you, These, if they sold these here, I would pay the $60 at Chef Mickey's just to go get these. Dad got this. This Jabber 71.
For more recipes and videos, visit dadgotthis.com. To be sure you don't miss anything, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the damn bell. I double dog dare you. Come on, you have to do it. It was a double dog dare. I mean, those are the rules.